What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new here and you don't really know what I be having going on, I tell stories about the prison, about how bad it is, how dangerous it can get, and just about the street life in general, with hopes of motivating somebody to make better decisions, to change their mind about committing crime and just live a good lifestyle. Whatever it is you want to accomplish or achieve in life, you can do it the legit way. You don't have to break the law and end up going to prison, because you could go to prison and never make it out. Do the right thing. I've been telling y'all for 2 years, stay out the streets, that's weak. Oh, you gang, make a mistake, them gon' whoop your feet. Sound too goofy to me. When I'm tired, you gotta leave, nobody around when I catch Z's. I had a dream, the person I love the most killed me in my sleep. Yeah. So Mr. Ed let us know one day. He made an announcement in the dorm and was just basically saying, you know, if y'all want to perform at the like the talent show, but it's all golly, it's at church, like it got to be about I ain't even gonna say Christian, because anything speaking of God, you know what I'm saying, if you got any talent, if you got jokes, if you got rap, singing, anything, to come holler at him and he'll get you signed up for it. Now, Mr. Ed was an older guy, bro. He probably the best singing person I ever personally met in my life. I mean, this old guy had a beautiful voice, bro, when it came down to singing. Like, he just sound like a big time singer that you hear on the radio or something. He probably in his 60s, maybe I'd say early 60s, bald head, light brown skin, kind of tall guy. And, you know, stay clean, stay fresh, keep that Bible on him 24/7. He was the main chaplain orderly. And, you know, orderly is just a worker. And he's just the one that does all the stuff involving anything got to do with the chaplain. Like, he helped, you know, have paperwork out that people might need. Let me think of an example. What's something I may need to file a paperwork with the chaplain for? If I want to get married, because you know that goes through like the church people. So Mr. Ed is the orderly that'll make sure I got the paper. He'll explain to me how to fill it out, or if I want to request a certain religious item or book, Mr. Ed will kind of, you know, he just helped the real chaplain out, which is a person that works at the prison, but he's like a pastor from the streets. And yeah, so Mr. Ed was pretty respected around there. And so around this time is around the time I was kind of on my spiritual walk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whoa, hold on. I'm always on my spiritual walk. But this was around the time where I was super heavy, I guess, more so into the religious aspect. Right now, I'm not really that religious, but I'm spiritual. And yeah, bro, I mean, I was big into it at one point. I mean, it was one point I had stopped cussing, bro. I did not use one profanity word in like a year. Like, I was big on it. And so I push up on Mr. Ed, because I got me a few raps, you know what I'm saying? I had done wrote me a few raps. So I push up on Mr. Ed. He was in the dorm with me. I'm like, hey, Mr. Ed, sign me up. Woo. So I'm asking him, like, what's the rewards and stuff like that. So he said, first place winner get a $60 store call for free. It's on the chaplain, but you don't get to pick out the items because they already got the stuff put up in there. So whenever they take food from people, whatever, they might just distribute it out wherever. Like, let's just say they shake this dorm down and they get $200 worth of food that they feel like inmates not supposed to have. They might put $50 worth of it up in security in the CERT team office. They might take $50 down to the chaplain just so when he want to give stuff out to people and stuff like that. So he said first place winner get a $60 store call, second place winner get a $40 store call, and third place winner get a Bible. But it's a very, very, very nice Bible in a leather case with a zipper around it. Got a lot of places and marks you could put stuff in, like a study Bible. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sign me up. So he was like, so what you gonna do? I said, I'm a rap. And, you know, he was just telling me, like, absolutely no profanity, absolutely nothing, talking about no streets, unless 100% you're talking about, you know, your past, and then now this is your new journey, you know, something got to do with God or something like that. So I'm like, all right, bet, yeah. He said he gonna sign me up. He was saying only so many people gonna get picked or whatever the case is. I guess they only have certain slots available. So a few days go by and I get a call out for, they come in with the call outs at nighttime, and I get one of them and they say, church service, but it was for the next day. But they give it to you a day in advance, so you already be on point. You know what you got to do the next day. When we get up there to the church, you got people from all kind of different buildings in here. Like, it's packed, you know what I'm saying? But these folks be like a real damn concert or something. Like, Mr. Ed be standing in the front, and then there's people behind him with instruments and backup singers and all kind of stuff. So it's another old school dude that's named Bob. Bob is a short guy. He Caucasian. He around Mr. Ed age also, and he is pretty good with the trombone. I mean, when I say amazing, bro, like, he could play anything with that thing. And I'm sitting down, you know, Mr. Ed talking. This man, I damn near forgot we was in prison. That man talking about I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. God knows y'all didn't have to do that. Everybody who showed up tonight, just know the Most High gonna bless you. We know people be busy. People, you know, got jobs. He was a little kind of junted out, but he wasn't, like, definitely wasn't gallant enough. But he was junted out too, talking about I know people got jobs. People got to be up early in the morning. And, you know, this past some people bedtime. People like to be in the house. And I said, people like to be in the house? Niggas, we in prison or we at a real church? So he was like, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We're going to get this started up. We're going to start with prayer. And then the real chaplain, he let Mr. Ed pretty much do his thing up until it's time for him to just straight up come preaching. But until it's time for that, he just let Mr. Ed run the show for real, for real. So he like everybody bow their head, close their eyes. I'm just like this, you know what I'm saying, while he praying and stuff. In prison, when they used to say that, bro, I never used to close my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Even if I bow my head, I'm like this. Because it's just too dangerous, bro. You around a lot of people. And, you know, when you affiliated with gangs and stuff, bro, you just never know who would try to pop on you in church. So I never used to close my eyes. And he get done. He said, we're going to start off with a little singing. He go to singing, bro. Instantly when he started singing, so Bob hit the trombone like second or two before he started singing. And then it's just something about the way Mr. Ed looked over at Bob. Like, he went to singing. He was still singing. He grabbed the mic and he looked at him like that. Like, bro, if stairs could kill, Bob ass would have been a goner. All throughout while he's singing, I keep seeing him looking over at Bob. You know what I'm saying? And then when he finished singing, man, Mr. Ed kind of went to walk into that back closet kind of aggressive. And then, like, did Bob like this once he got in front of him, because it's a little back closet right there behind the podium that the orderlies go in and, you know, help the chaplain with paperwork and all that type of stuff. The chaplain's still sitting over here. So him and Bob in there, I guess, talking about whatever the case is. So Mr. Ed came out and he called like two people that was gonna, you know, perform or whatever. I guess he was just talking to them about something or whatever the case is. So then he came back out, he made an introduction. He said that this person about to come out here with some Christian comedy. And, you know, he came, it wasn't really funny, but, you know, it is something to do. And then when the next dude was up there, Mr. Ed walked back to that back closet, and I saw him looking at some paper. I guess he just trying to get the order right. And then he came back out, and then he was like, and I looked back, and he was like, so I got up, I walked over there, and while I was walking over there, he was calling somebody else over there. And he was like, Bill, as soon as he done, you going up there. He said, I'm gonna do a little introduction. He said, but you can stay over here. You ain't even gotta go sit back down, because you going straight up next. He said, remember what I said? Now, no profanity. Don't be talking about no gang stuff, no none of that. I said, I got it, bro. I already got the song wrote just for it. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, bet. The other dude got done doing his set. You know, everybody clapped. So I went up there, and I had already told, well, something I left out. I had already explained to Mr. Ed, you know, the type of song it is. It's a rap, and that I'm going to need some type of beat or something, you know what I'm saying? So I had got with the dude already that, like, be on the drums and stuff, so he could kind of give me a little beat to go to so I could be on track, you know what I'm saying? I looked at the dude that was over there on the drum set, and I did him like that, so he went to, like, making a little, you know what I'm saying, with the thing, you know, on the drum set, you got the little thing you hit with your feet like a paddle. So, like, the way he doing it, you know what I'm saying, he like, you know what I'm saying? So then I tell him, like, speed it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So he speeded up a little bit, and then I do my thug thizzle. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't got time to play. How I know he real? Because I'm living in faith. A lot of people think that we crazy for believing in something that the eyes can't see. Devil, man, you better get out my face. When Christ in the mix, better get out the way. You know I'm going hard, harder than a Mack truck. You and your whole clique gonna get touched. Satan, man, you ain't talking about nothing. When I think about the word, I don't worry about nothing. I'm always laughing. I'm always praying. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-17. Always be joyful. Never stop praying. These ain't my words and these ain't my thoughts. Better tell you, he could have coming from the boss. I know the devil want my head on the plate, so I'm going head first through them narrow gates. Devil, man, you better get out my face. Devil, man, you better get out my face. Devil, man, you better get out my face, bro. I promise you. Everybody started going along with it. Like when I was rapping, there was people in the crowd that was like this. And then everybody started saying, devil, man, you better get out my face. Devil, man, you better get out my face. Devil, man, the chaplain jumped up, bro, and went and doing this. Devil, man, you better get out my face. Devil, man, you better get out my face. Folks had really turned up for real, you know what I'm saying? Everybody started clapping and stuff. When I was walking past the chaplain, he was like, that was good, that was good. I'm like, I appreciate it. So, man, when I went to sit back down, man, it was all kind of people giving me doubt, telling me, boy, that was hard, boy, that was hard, that was hard. When I sat back down, I went, like, feeling on my pockets. I realized I didn't have my ID. Now, in prison, bro, you need that ID. I mean, if you ain't got nothing going, you ain't expecting to get no stove, you ain't trying to do nothing, then cool, you don't really need it. But you got to have your ID in order to get your food. So that's why that's very important. And then stuff like this, if you want to come to church, I don't want you to show your ID to come in. So the ID, I believe, is in there in that closet with Mr. Ray, because you had to give Mr. Ed, because you had to give Mr. Ed your ID when you check in, and he be taking them to that closet, but he give it back to you. He just be needing it to check you in and write your GDC number down, then he give it back to you. I realized I didn't have it in my pocket. So I get up, I walk around so I'm not interrupting the people up here rapping and singing or whatever they're doing. But when I walked this way, going to the closet, bro, when I get close to the closet, all I heard was, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of telling your motherfucking ass. You need to stop playing the goddamn trombone, you ignorant son of a bitch, like that. I told you how to play it. You keep playing it at the wrong timing, man. I keep telling you what to do. You doing the shit at the wrong timing, bro. You will make me smack the shit out your ass and you trying to be funny. You better stop fucking playing with me. And then I'm like, what the hell? So when I walked up, Mr. Ed back was to me. He was in Bob's face. And Bob was like, dude, it sounds a lot fucking better like that. You keep trying to tell me I've been playing a fucking trombone for over 20 years, bro. I keep telling you, man, Ed, you think you're goddamn all that because you're the chaplain. You put your fucking hands on me, we just gonna tear this fucking church house up, motherfucker. Then Bob looked over so Mr. Ed can see that his eyes went somewhere else. So he turned around and looked at me. This man gonna say, hey, Bill, what's up, brother? What you need, brother? We in here talking about something. What you need? I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, I damn near forgot what I needed. I'm like, shit, my ID. You ain't never give me my ID back. And then he was like, oh, my bad, brother. I got you, brother. Here you go, Bill. And the man gave me the ID and turned straight back around. I went to walking off. I'm like, man, what the hell type of foolery these folks got going on in here, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't never heard Mr. Ed talk like that, bro. Now, Bob, he be cussing. He be whatever. Bro, I have never heard Mr. Ed talk that way, bro. Like straight up cussing, like hard cuss words, talking about you would smack somebody. What the feezy? People get done doing their sets and all that stuff, and then he called the other people up there. By the time everybody finished, got to do a vote. Everybody got to do a vote, and they got everybody name who went, and they name is next to a letter. Like, so it might say C. Bill A, Ricky B, Dre C, you know what I'm saying? Just for all, however many people performed, that's how many letters it is. I won second place. I don't know how, because first place, the jokes wasn't even that funny. I don't even remember what he was saying, but it wasn't funny to me. How about that? I won second place. I got my food. They gave us our food and stuff that night, right before we left. And then, they started doing the singing thing again. So Mr. Ed went up there, he got all the people, the choir people up there behind him, got them right, and he went to hitting it. While he was singing, he looked over at Bob, looked over at him like this. As soon as they got done singing, Mr. Ed aggressively, very aggressively, got up and walked to that back closet. The chaplain lack of awareness is so on the flow. when Mr. Ed walk away and shoot in the closet real aggressive, he walked straight up to the podium talking about this last prayer or something like that. Y'all bow your head before y'all leave. We about to do this last prayer. I'm going to close us out in prayer and stuff like that. So, I'm not closing my eyes. No way. Man, when I'm like this, I see Mr. Ed step out that closet. Bob over there still holding the trombone with his head like this. Man, Mr. Ed came out the closet. He looked around. That man came out the closet and started walking up on Bob. Now, why this man started walking up on Bob? Why this man eyes is closed and his head is bowed? You got to watch part 2 to see what Mr. Ed did.